Alright, so that was another one. Let's keep going. Again, this is mostly like tutorials and whatnot, and I understand that, but it's also good to practice up, and since I haven't played in months, I figured I'd do this first before I tried to play any real games. So we're up against a Skeleton Knight. We're both carries. Skeleton Knight's more of a hard carry, late game. Juggernaut's good. Juggernaut is good for pushing and such.
So you say?
This to start. So Blade Fury puts me into a spin. I do damage per second. I'm not quite sure, but do damage. Magic immune while that spin is going on. My healing ward is a little ward that pops up, gives me a percentage of my health per second, fairly good for pushing. Blade Dance gives me a crit, and my ultimate jumps towards enemies and bounces on them and does some pretty good damage.
To battle.
So we're going to clean up that extra range creep because it was messing up my last hitting.
Onward.
I'm going to have to watch out because Skeleton King has some fairly good skills. Oh, and my first hit crit, not too bad.
Of course.
We're going to try and get a
as you wish.
Poor Man's Shield, which is a pretty good item to have on Juggernaut. Gives you some good damage block for the early game, good against creeps and whatnot, so
Very well.
let's see if we can kill this guy with a Blade Fury. Let's keep it on him. Nope. We almost got it, but not quite.
It's an honor.
Alright, so we'll drop this.
On it. Yes.
Keep me healed up and whatnot.
Forward.
Stop some mana back since Juggernaut's kind of terrible with mana. And yet again, I forgot to drop a courier, of course.
As you wish.
So we'll try and keep this from getting denied because mana is pretty important on Juggernaut.
Yeah. A fight.
Hopefully with this we can...
As you wish. Practice comes straight. Last of my kind, but first in this. Yes.
Alright, we'll go an early game build for the boots. We'll get some phase boots to keep us fast and
I fight.
alive. I hate to do this, but I'm going to have to go back and drop a courier. So we'll buy a TP scroll. We'll head back to base.
You cannot hide.
I suppose I'll...
Already moving.
sell this.
On it.
Yeah.
I grow. To battle.
So the one nice thing about my spin is that the disable that Skeleton King has would be useless against me while I'm spinning. So I can try and use it to dodge his stun and also do some damage to him.
Very well.
Now, while there's creep waves and while we're on his side of the river, play a little bit safer.
Agreed. I go. What coward does? Yeah. It's an honor.
Spin him down, and we'll try and get some of these last hits.
An honor for you. I bring my blade.
Alright,
With practice
so we got
comes
phase
strength.
boots, we got a Poorman's shield.
So you say?
What can we go for damage and such? We can go an Aghanim's build, which gives us increased number of jumps and a decreased cooldown on our ultimate, which is pretty good. Makes you pretty hard to deal with. We could something like an early Vlad's, give us lifesteal, some armor, and some mana regen, which is definitely a lacking trait of Juggernaut. We could get a crazy butterfly to make me impossible to hit. We could get a Desolator, remove armor. Get a Sanjin Yasha to give us some decent stats and movement speeds. I think I'll go for an early Vlad's.
Of course. Heyday.
So, see if we can figure out how to...
Forward. Attack. To battle. Grow. Attack. Yes,
This last hit.
I go. Already.
Sometimes crits kind of screw up your last hitting a little bit.
Swiftly now.
So we'll buy a flying courier, and we'll start building the components to the
I bring my
Lads.
blade. Of course. Agreed. Seems fair. Your death approaches. Onward.
Now we got those parts. Now we just need mask
It's an
of
honor.
madness. No, morbid mask. That's right.
A fight. I fight.
Let's see if we can.
I had such plans. On it.
So that was my ultimate. Fortunately, the creep wave came at just the right time,
you
so
say?
they soaked up a bunch of the jumps.
Very well. Yeah. As you wish. I fight.
Try and see if this works.
Forward. Strength is mine. I go. On it.
So that is his ultimate, so he came back to life.
Look me in the eye. I bring my blade. My blade is swifter. For mine. Agreed.
We'll turn this off for now.
It's an honor. So you say? As you wish.
As you can see, he also has a crit, which is a passive skill.
Swiftly now.
We'll spin this to try and push it out a little bit. See if we can do some damage to the...
Yeah.
Turn on my Ring of Basilius to give the creeps a little bit more survivability.
A fine idea. Yes, I'm under attack. Battle.
Alright, so with that, there we
The
go.
enemy's
Got
middle
the first
tower has
tower
fallen.
down.
Death deal. Very well. My power increases.
Get a crit by our lads.
As you wish. Onward. Of course.
And there's a dead skeleton.
As you wish.
Get our second level ultimate. So now we have Vladimir's Offering. We got some lifesteal, some bonus damage, some armor, HP regen, and mana regen. So a little bit of everything. It's kind of an early game item, but it's fairly helpful. And we might as well go minus
fine
armor build
idea.
just for the hell of it. So again. Oh.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, for some reason, this thing is following me around.
To battle. Yeah.
See if I can figure this out. Should be able to set it so that the ward can kind of go wherever it wants
Not
to
yet.
go, or like wherever I tell it to go, but
Not
at the
yet.
moment it seems to be just following me around.
Swiftly now.
Let's test this. Ah, didn't know it did that. That's cool. So for some reason, it's staying latched to me, which it
Onward.
shouldn't. Interesting.
Forward. I fight. You die. Of course.
So we'll take him out.
Agreed.
And then, now that he's the only one here, well... And there we go. There's my ultimate ability, Omni Slash, combined with...
On it. So you say?
chase.
It's an honor.
So even if with my healing
Yes.
ward being a little strange and following me for some reason, we should be able to.
You are mine. Run if you can. Already moving.
And there we go.
The enemy's middle
Another
tower has fallen.
tower defense down.